Good morning, everyone. Happy Financially Free Friday. Woo! In our world, Friday is the day that we get to have fun. We get to, well, let me back up and kind of give a brief history about Financially Free Friday for those of you that are like, what is that? What are you talking about? So, we've been teaching people how to live the life of their dreams. And everybody's ultimate goal is to have enough money so they can do whatever they want to do on Fridays. And then I realized, like, what would I be doing on a Friday? If I had all the money in the world, like I'd arrived and I'm financially free, what would I be doing? And I realized, well, I might go hang out with my BFF and I might go for a latte or I might go get a massage or I might go get my nails done. And then I was like, wait a second, I could do that right now. Like, I could be financially free right now every Friday, right? Because all the things that I'm thinking I'm going to do when I have all the money in the world, the truth is maybe not every single thing every Friday, but one thing. We can always do one little thing on a Friday. So that's my little inspiration to start off our fun conversation this morning. It's Financially Free Friday in our world. Good morning to everyone watching. Nads from Kingston. Now, Nadine, please stop trying to take Lubna away as your friend. She's my friend.
Oh boy, people are fighting over me. Oh boy.
Fighting over you, Lubna. Oh. Good morning, Leela, Shmeek. Oh my gosh, Minnie. So good morning, everyone watching. So we are, having a conversation because those of you that know me know easy and relaxed is near and dear to my heart. It is a message that I try to share and inspire entrepreneurs all over the world that it doesn't have to be hard. Hustling and grinding is a choice. And, really, we can have the kind of success that we want. I put it this way. I always say all roads lead to Rome, right? So we're all going to end up successful. It's just how do you choose to get there? For me, I want to meander along the Italian coast. I want to go up into the mountains, go check out some little villages along the way, and eventually make my way to Rome. I do not want to be hustling and bustling through Naples and going through all the craziness to get there. I really want to enjoy the journey. And that is my mission and message, is to share that with as many people as I can that are interested. So you will see I have a beautiful woman on with me this morning. And it's kind of funny. We get on video and we're like, we match. So this is my friend Lubna. Lubna lives in the Netherlands. And Nadine, that's on here trying to share the love, is in Jamaica. And we've got people from all over the world, really, when I look at the names, all over the world watching this morning, which is just such a testament to how friendships are made. Because I met Lubna in a business context in Europe, and we've become friends. We have a combined vision. We're going to jet set one day, right, Lubna? That's going to be our financially free thing.
Yes.
We are going to. We're going to.
And the sun and a hammock and a virgin cocktail in my case.
There you go. Mine too. So Lubna is joining me this morning because we want to have a conversation and speak to those of you that are entrepreneurs, and maybe you're not. Maybe you have a job and you're pursuing a professional career, but you feel overwhelmed. You feel like there's not enough time. You're behind on everything. It's just, oh my gosh, where did the day go? I feel like I'm procrastinating more than I'm producing, and just all the things that goes along with being anxiety ridden, overwhelmed, stressed out. And this incredible woman is going to share with us, because I'm all about just tell me what to do. I don't like that feeling. I don't want to be there. I don't want to, be going through growing my business like that. Is there another way? So I have invited Lubna this morning. Easy and relaxed is God's path. I've invited Lubna this morning to talk about three tips that she can give us. Like right now, what can we do to get out of this overwhelmed little hamster wheel that we can find ourselves in. But first, Lubna, can you share with everyone a little bit about you, your purpose in business, why you're so passionate about what you do, and then give us those tips?
Oh, tips. Well, first, I'm the founder and CEO of The Exponential Hero, which is a global online training and mentoring platform that I'm building to empower purpose-driven entrepreneurs to transform chronic stress, frustration, and regret into success, fulfillment, and optimum well-being. Because there are just too many people that are struggling out there. And I've discovered that with my experience and my knowledge, I can support them. And I'm the first person to say, if I can help another human being, there is no excuse in the world to not do that at all.
Okay.
And
so I know I kind of like gave you the free rein, but like my mind is going crazy. So you continue, but I want us to talk a little bit about your background, because that's one of the things that we have in common. You're from Morocco. Your family is originally from Morocco, right? And
yes,
there's some inherent cultural things about working hard and succeeding, and the corporate path that you took, which was like the only way you're going to succeed is to work really hard. So I think a lot of us can relate to that. So at some point in your conversation, share a little bit about that too. Why you transformed and how.
Yeah. And why, that is exactly the point that I was going to make. Why I'm doing this is because I was raised many moons ago with the mantra of, if you want to succeed in life, you need to work hard. Now, I'm sure that many of you that are listening to this right now, live or on the replay, can relate to that. And I still remember that moment that I was in the living room with my parents and I was saying, oh, we're going to do this. And I must have been about 12 or 13 years old at this moment. And I was going to say, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. And my father goes, if you want to do all of that, you need to be working hard. Now, that was bad enough. But he added a sentence to this, which was, and you're a minority in this country, so you need to work twice as hard. Now, as you may or may not know, but the people that raise you, whether they're your parents or other caregivers that you've had in your youth, you listen to them because they're the authority. They know best. So I listened really well. And for many years, that's exactly what I did. I worked twice as hard. Twice. I did everything as soon as I got
first he
up
said, if you want to succeed, you have to work hard. And because you're a minority, you have to work twice as hard. And you were like, okay, Dad, sign me up. I got the instructions. That's it. Can anybody relate? Is there anybody else watching that like got those instructions? I know I did.
Yeah. So literally, and I'm a goal-oriented person. If you tell me that's what you need to do to get to where you want to go, that's exactly what I will do. And I did that so during high school, during university, during my corporate career, when I started that's exactly what I did. I worked really hard. And it wasn't until my deputy director, my very first job, got sick. And I later found out that it was because of a burnout. Now, this person is the person that I met for the very first time at my job interview. She was the one that interviewed me for the first time. And we hit it off. We just like Tasha and I, when we met, it was like we had known each other for many years. And instead of, imagine a job interview, you go in, the door is closed. There's another colleague sitting across from me that I didn't know. And for the next 45 minutes, we're laughing very loudly, so loud that people outside are thinking, I know that was a job applicant that just got in. Why are they laughing? A job interview should not be fun. Now, Tasha knows this. I'm all about fun. If we're not laughing, we're doing something very wrong. Even in a job interview, I'm crazy like that. If they can't accept me for who I am, I shouldn't be there anyway. So yeah. 45 minutes, we're laughing, and people outside are thinking, what is she doing? And the colleague sitting next to the deputy director really goes off and says, am I ever going to get a question in? Because these women, I can't get to. And this was a man, so he had two very powerful, dynamic women in the room. He didn't dare to interrupt. Well, fast forward about 18 months later, I got the job. 18 months later, she and I rocking it. We're passionate. We're working hard. We've spent nights at the office doing the most remarkable things, innovative things together. 18 months later, the director calls us all in our living room area and very seriously, very quietly said, I have an announcement to make. And all of us are like, oh boy, what's he going to say? And he said that the deputy director won't be coming back to the office for quite a while because she has been diagnosed with a burnout. Now, I'm sitting on the couch thinking, what? She and I look alike in terms of characteristics and passion and energy. I mean, we love the working hard part. If that's the result of that, I don't want to be in a burnout.
Right.
That's all I knew at that time. She spent 9 months away from the office.
Wow.
After about 2 months, I was like, this is not going to happen to me. No. There has to be another way that you can achieve whatever you want to achieve in your life without working yourself into health issues, whether that is any chronic disease or burnout, for heaven forbid, whatever it was. I do not want to have it. Can't be true that that's the only path that you can be on. So that was the very first time that I challenged the belief that I had incorporated from my father that it can't be working hard. This can't be the only way. And that literally went into curiosity mode and discovery mode. I want to discover if there are other ways that I can achieve whatever I want to achieve, whether that's big or small, but in an easy, relaxed, and fun way.
Easy and relaxed, hashtag easy and relaxed. Those of you that love that, you're in our family, in our community, you know what we're talking about. Go ahead and post that. Hi, Carletta, I see you on. Good morning. Yeah.
Yeah, so
what do you think about work-life balance? Like people are like, okay, well, maybe you just needed a little more balance in your life. Those of us that are doing the entrepreneurial thing, it's like, you know what, this makes sense. I see that I'm working too hard. Maybe I just need I need some balance. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, first of all, let's dissect those words. You've got work in one hand, got to look at the camera, and life in the other. And I'm very mindful of the importance of language. So what we're telling ourselves is that work is separate from life. I don't believe that. I believe life consists of different areas.
I don't know how you do that hard thing, but I love it.
I mean, this is life. That means work, relationships, health, fun, whatever it is, all the dimensions of life. So I choose to believe this. This is my life and has different domains, different areas. I don't believe in work, life. They're two separate things. So I have to sacrifice one for the other. No, life is this for me.
I love that. Yeah.
So that's one. Balance is this. It has equal weight. So work has the same weight as life if you want balance. Now, I don't know about you, but if I look back to the past 20 years, there were different parts in my life that had a different weight to it. Yeah. So at the beginning of my career, for example, work had more weight, was more important, got more time, energy, and attention than family.
Right.
Or fun. Or no, that's not true. Fun has always been more of a higher priority than anything else. I shouldn't be lying. But health, for example,
it's not. For most people, like, right, we're starting our business or we're at that point in our career, and it's like that's all consuming and everything else suffers, Yeah.
So balance, the word balance means it has equal weight. Well, I don't believe that. I choose not to believe that it has equal weight. I want to have harmony. Is more of a word that I would adopt than I would adopt balance, because I think we're pushing ourselves into frustration when we think, well, we need balance. I can't give. First of all, I don't believe in work-life balance. And second, even if I did, how can I give them equal weight? How do you do that? I can't. No one can.
Right.
If you're working 40 hours
so you're trying to achieve this thing that's really impossible.
But let's be, if you have a corporate job and you're working 40 hours a week, balance requires that life needs to be 40 hours. How do you live 80 hours a week?
First of all, 40 hours a week on work is illegal. Just saying. illegal.
To begin with. But if we choose to adopt the word balance, we're
Yeah,
literally telling our brains, okay,
yeah,
if you're doing this for 40 hours, then the other part needs to be 40 hours as well to
yeah,
balance.
yeah. And it's impossible. You can't, yeah, you can't do it.
You can't.
Yeah,
So what you want is harmony. And if you're at the beginning of your career, work might get more time, energy, and attention. If you're just starting out a family, then maybe your family will get more attention. Your children will get more time, energy, and attention. And it will move according to your life. So work-life balance, I'll be very happy when I can get rid of that concept and those words in that one sentence.
everybody loves, hey, Debbie! Debbie's watching us. I think she might be in Miami, I think. So, hey, Debbie. Yeah, but everyone loves harmony. I really like that idea. So give us the 3 ways. And all of you watching, I just want to say, Lubna has just launched a new Facebook community where she is going to support everyone, that's loving this conversation and just really wants to continue to be supported. Because I tell people all the time, the reason I do things in group and community, oh my gosh, we so need that. It's one thing to get on here this morning and hear these ideas and be like, yeah, you know what? I really want to be committed to honoring the harmony balance or the harmony in my life with the things that are important to me. And then you get off and before you know it, it's 5 o'clock this afternoon and you're exhausted and you forgot about the whole conversation, right? So the best thing to do is to stay plugged into a community where this conversation keeps happening and you keep getting new ideas about how to do it. So those of you watching, you can go to Facebook. Lubna's Facebook group is called Exponential Heroes. Write it down. I'm going to put it in the comments as well, so you could just click it. But if you're not watching, in a way that you can do it, remember Exponential Heroes, and then let me go to comments. And let's see, in a moment that should post. And there it is. It says my name and the link. You could just click the link and join her Facebook group to continue being supported around this. Keith Leon is on. Oh my gosh. We have like this massive global family. It's amazing how we've all met in various ways from all over the world. But Keith is part of that family too. So good morning, Keith. Mwah, sending you love. All right, Lubna, give it to us. Give us the good stuff.
The 3 tips. Now, I am sure you've been overwhelmed. You might be overwhelmed right now. And there's one very powerful tip and strategy you have with you every time. So you don't, wherever you are, if you sense that feeling of overwhelm, your breath. Take a deep breath.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's something
Gosh, why do we forget that, Lubna? Why do we forget?
Your breath. Because when you're in overwhelm, your brain literally switches on the amygdala center, which is at the back of your head, which is the fight, flight, freeze center. So you're literally paralyzed and overpowered with negative emotions if you're in extreme form. And the only way that you'll be able to do anything is breathe, because breathing lowers diminishes the stress that you have in your body, and your brain opens up and activates the executive center here so that you can start thinking clearly, because you can't do that when you're in overwhelm. So breathe. And it literally takes 30 seconds, 2 minutes. So there's no, I don't have time, or I don't have a journal with me. Breathe.
Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten on a call, with my mentor and just been like, he's like, what's going on? I need to talk because I don't know what's going on with me. I feel overwhelmed, and I am so easy and relaxed that any ounce of overwhelm for me sends me in like running to the hills, because I no longer know how to function in overwhelm, where before it used to be like my constant state. And I know he is always, so we get on the call and he's like, okay, let's just take 3 deep breaths together. And I'm like, why did I think of that? why, like, because it's the first breath out of the three. I'm like, oh, zen. So,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, that's so amazing. Just take a breath. So that's number one. Got it.
that's number one. Number two, when you're in overwhelm, you're processing everything in your brain. Now, although the brain is a supercomputer, but we're processing in our conscious brain, which is not the supercomputer part of our brain. So if you're
Okay.
trying to order and categorize everything in here, then your brain is going, I can't do this, overload, overload. And for those of you that are old enough, if you remember the blue screen that we had in Windows, that
Yes.
your brain goes into blue screen and says, I can't handle it anymore. Now, the best way to support your brain into that is to dump everything on a piece of paper. It doesn't have to be ordered. It doesn't have to be structured. Preferably, it's not, but just brain dump everything you have in your brain, whether that is your groceries, your ideas, your projects, your tasks. It doesn't really matter. Just brain dump everything onto a piece of paper, because then you're relieving your brain from trying to process it every time in that moment in time into, okay, it's somewhere on a piece of paper and I can still access it without using my brain power. It's number two, very powerful. And then there is someone on the call that I did this with about 18 months ago who literally came to me and said, oh, I've got so many ideas, I don't know what to do and where to start. And I said, okay, brain dump everything to me.
Yeah.
So I know what's in your brain, and then we're going to order and categorize it. And after about 30 minutes, there was a clear plan. All the fog had disappeared, and the only thing left was to take action.
Ooh, easy and relaxed. I love that.
Easy and relaxed.
Yeah. So that's for like those people that are watching and you're in that state of overwhelm because you're feeling like you just have so much to do and you can't, see the trees amongst while you're in the forest, or however that saying goes. It's kind of like there's so much going on and you have all these ideas, all these things you want to do, and then you're frozen because you can't figure out the one next step to take. It's too much. Your brain can't process. So I love this idea, I love a good brain dump. Yeah, just get a sheet of paper, put it all on there, get it out of your brain. And then I love that. Then you can organize and decide what to take action on. That's really great. Yeah. Love that.
Tip number 3. Are you all
right.
ready? Okay. Unfortunately, right now in society, there is a positive attention around being busy. I don't know if you've ever experienced someone when you say, how are you? And they say, I'm busy. Every time that happens, I'm like, I didn't ask you whether you're busy. I asked you how you are. And if you're responding with busy, you're doing the wrong things. So there's a positive affirmation around being busy. It's almost a status for some people.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I'm productive. I'm a productive member of society. I'm busy.
I'm busy. I've got things to do. I'm important.
Yeah.
Well, busy doesn't mean productive. It also does not necessarily mean that you're progressing towards achieving your goals. Mm-hmm. You're just doing.
Yeah.
You're staying in the doing.
Yeah.
And that will if you're not connecting it to the right goals and the right priorities and the right dreams, then you won't see the progress that you want to see, and you'll end up frustrated and in chronic stress because you're always thinking, why is this working? And because we're on that treadmill,
I'm doing so much, I'm so busy, and I'm not getting it to do more.
I need to do more. That's one response. Or people do nothing at all, and we call it procrastination. So the third tip is, I call it reset your compass. So think about everything that you dumped on your piece of paper, for example, or your to-do list, and think about which one of these things that I think I need to be doing are really contributing to achieving my goals, achieving what I want to achieve. Because I'm pretty sure you'll discover that the majority is not actually helping you move forward in any of them.
Truth. Mic drop. I'll sit here and I'll make a list of all the things I feel overwhelmed by, and then I'll look at the list and go, oh my gosh, honestly, 70% of the things on my list, somebody else can do. So let's just start right there. But I'm sitting here feeling overwhelmed and stressed and all this because I'm like, I have all this to do. It's like, put it on paper and I clearly see, no, you want this done this week. This is the one thing you need to do right here. This one thing. Thanks, Keith, for recapping in the comments. I love
love you, Keith.
Yeah.
But that's literally just, and these are the 3 most effective strategies, the things that I use the most with my clients when they're in that overwhelm and frustration mode. And 90% of the time, this is enough to be able to move forward.
I love it. All right. So Lubna, tell us a little bit about what you're going to do in this Facebook group. By the way, guys, the name of the group is Exponential Heroes. I want to encourage all of you watching to go join Lubna's community. And I put the link in the comments so you can also just click it right there. Please join. Give Lubna some love if you've been liking this conversation and feel like there's been some value for you. Keith says Lubna equals master teacher. Oh my gosh. I wish we had, you know what I wish we had right now? Pictures of some of the fun you and I have had. Lubna.
Do you remember the photo booth?
Yes. We're like double agents or something in this booth. It was hilarious. Oh my gosh. But yeah, you're getting some love. So tell us, what are you going to do in this group?
Well, one of the things that that I discovered since last year when COVID hit is that I miss having like-minded and like-spirited people around me.
Yeah.
Because although Keith calls me a master teacher, I believe that each and every one of us has wisdom and is a teacher in and of itself. True. And that's one of the intentions behind creating this group. I want to surround myself with like-minded and like-spirited people where we all contribute to the conversation. So I shared 3 tips, but I'm sure all of the people that are watching this live or on the replay have their own tips, things that work. So imagine being in a community and having that inspiration flow consistently whenever you need it. You can dip in and say, oh, I can ask a question, get an answer, or I can get some wisdom. I'll be sharing what I know in that group on all the different topics. So that's what I want to create, an environment where, okay, I can tap into that whenever I want. It could be my daily check-in for inspiration or support, or I'm going to give support to anyone else and really tap into the wisdom of the crowd together.
Oh my gosh, it's so you. I'm grinning because I'm like, this is so truly who you are, and the experience that I've had of you over the years is just, you are so in service to others. And, I'm grateful that you created this community and that this is the purpose, because it's such a reflection of what I know is important to you. And a lot of people will create a community for them to share their wisdom. I love that you've created this community so everyone can contribute their own wisdom, and then everyone benefits, So I love that. Keith says we're all masters pretending to be students.
Oh,
and that's from, I think, my angel, which means one of his angels. And I love that. Oh, Tanya's on. Tanya says, have you met Tanya Powell, Lubna?
Don't believe I have.
Oh my gosh, I must connect you two. So Tanya is like amazing. And you are amazing, and all amazing people need to know each other. So I'm definitely going to connect you two. She's also living in Jamaica at the moment. So yeah. Kima, I just want to say, by the way, while I see you watching, just thank you for all the sharing that you've been doing. Just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Angela says, thank you for serving us this morning. I have been blessed. Aww. Thanks for sharing that, Angela.
Thank you.
I love it. So one last thing. Lubna had me on last Friday on a podcast that she does called the Sushi Club. What is it called? The Entrepreneurs
Sushi Club podcast. Yes.
The Entrepreneur Sushi Club podcast. So of course I signed myself up to be interviewed. I love Gail and Lubna. I'm not sure if Gail's watching, but Gail Edwards and Lubna run this podcast, and obviously it's about sushi. entrepreneurs who love sushi. So I get myself on this podcast and they have all their questions going. And sure enough, we finally get to the moment where they ask me about my favorite sushi. And I did not have an answer because I was like, I like the deep fried, panka breaded tempura. They were so disgusted.
I mean, we were waiting for, okay, what's your favorite sushi and why? And she goes, pan fried. I'm like, huh?
Any sushi that's fully cooked, pan
Not
fried.
raw.
Oh, they were so disgusted. But I share that to say, please go find Lubna's say it again, Lubna.
The
Name of
Exponential
your
Heroes
podcast.
or the podcast, the Entrepreneur Sushi Club podcast. Yeah, most definitely. Go and listen and subscribe if you would like. And if you are an entrepreneur who likes sushi, even the pan-fried ones, we were more than willing to have you as a guest, just like we had Tasha and some other amazing people.
So I typed it. So Linda says, I'm not that brave yet. I've never eaten sushi, Jen. Well, Jennifer, I'm telling you that there are some versions that are fully cooked and you will enjoy them. So give it a try. All right. So I put it in the comments. The Entrepreneur Sushi Club is their podcast, and it's been some amazing guests that they've had on recently. So check that out for Lubna too. All right, everyone. Any last thoughts, Lubna? It's Financially Free Friday.
Thank you for having me and giving me the opportunity to share. And for Financially Free Friday, you reminded me that I'm gonna have to do something that I love, fun, and I haven't had thought yet about what that could be. Maybe sushi.
Of course, sushi. Well, my Financially Free Friday, I'm going to go get my nails done. And I'm not one of those girls who gets my fingers done. So for fun, for extra fun, I'm literally going to have my fingers painted for no reason. Just cause, like I'm pushing myself here. So, all right, great, everyone. Go do something for you. It's Financially Free Friday. You don't have to have all the money in the world to live like you're financially free. What would you be doing if you were? You can go do it today. Go get a massage. Go have a latte. Meet your girlfriends. Have happy hour. Whatever it looks like, act as if right now. Have fun. Thank you, Lubna. Thanks for being on. Bye everyone.